say you here. They are all the time just upset, embarrassed, and what type of English we must speak with the person, right? Many people, they are just having this problem. And why this problem is over here, many times, many people just trying to speak the English with difficult words. And ultimately, what happened? They couldn't get the exact results, right? The exact things we want to get in there with their performance, with their efforts. Why? Because they're using the difficult words in the talk. You know, if you want to be a very good speaker, if you want to be a very good communicator, you must speak very simple. Try to speak from your daily routine life. Start from your routine life, the easiest sentences, the easiest word in your talk you must use all the time. If you want to learn the English very effectively, very perfectly, very rapidly, right? That's what I'm saying. So many times, look, I want to give you a big example over here. When you use your computer, your mobile, many times the word come agree, agree or disagree. This is a very easy word, easy to understand for all the people, for the general public, right? So if you talk with other persons and you try to use the difficult words, other person can follow what are you saying here. Can the listeners easily follow you? Saad, if you are using a very difficult words in your talk, might be the other person haven't this idea about these particular words that you are talking in your talk, right? You're speaking in your talk. Might be the person couldn't hear before that. Once they heard from you people and you are using the difficult words, can they follow you very easily or not? Can they understand you? So what type of words, vocabulary we use in our talk? This is a big question over here. And this thing puts a lot of, you can say that sometime negative influences in your talk. If you are trying to use the difficult words, trying to talk with the person with the very, you can say the unexpected, right? The words like you have very, the vocabulary which other person couldn't hear, couldn't learn, couldn't memorize the words before that, and you are using these words. It will be a very difficult for the person, the people, to understand you, what you want to say to them, what you want to express to them, what you want to convey to them. So that it will put a negative influence over your talk in your conversation. Especially the listeners couldn't understand you what you are saying here. Difficult wording, it no need. If you wanna be a very good speaker, just try to speak very simple words. Who said, yeah, who was saying to you, use the difficult words? Can you improve yourself? You can't. You can't learn English very perfectly. You can't improve your English very easily. You can't be a good communicator. You can't be a good, you can't say that eloquent, in other words, I want to say you here. You can't be a very communicative, good communicator person. Your talk couldn't be a very comprehensive. So all the time, just try to use the very simple words, easy words, simple sentences, daily routine life words use in your talk. And ultimately, what will happen? You will be a very good communicator. Your English would be a very perfect. You want, sometimes many people just want to show off their vocabulary, show off themselves in front of other person that we can talk very difficult words, but they don't think that other person couldn't follow them. So this is a big drawback in language. Many of the people just trying to use the difficult words in their talk, in their communication, and what will happen later on? The people, the listeners, couldn't follow the person, the speakers, right? Couldn't follow the speakers very easily. And is it a negative influence or positive influence? Negative. This is negativity of your talk. You are showing off your negativity, right? Your talk, your impression, your conversational impression on other person couldn't be very effective, couldn't be very impressive. It will be very, it will be very negative. And the negative talk, definitely the other person will feel boredom, right? They say, oh, what you are doing here, what type of language you are speaking, we can't follow you, we can't talk with you, right? We can't express the things in front of you, we can't understand you, what you are saying. So the more, the easier word you speak, the better for your talk, right? Use simple words. Don't try to use difficult words. You can't express yourself. You can't talk very well. You can't do what you want to do. You can't handle the situation even. Sometimes you become very disturbed. You're trying to use the difficult words, but what will happen? You are creating problems for yourself by your own. This is your own making problem, right? This is the problem of your own making. Not other is involved over here to to create the biggest problem for you, especially you, because you are trying to speak the difficult words. Not other person are saying to you, please use these difficult words. Did any person ever in your life say to you, please use the difficult words in your tone? No, nobody will. I think every person requires, every person demands from you people the very easiest word, easiest way to talk, right? I'm talking about English. When you want to talk in English with other person, you must use the very simple words so that other person can follow you. Even you can see the native speakers. Native speakers always talk with the non-native speakers very simple words they use so that the other person can follow. And what we are doing here, we are being a non-native speakers, right? Or trying to learn the very difficult words. Who said you learn difficult words? It's a wrong policy to learn the English language. Non-professional people. These are non-professional way, right? So learn the very simple words all the time. Just try to use them also in your talk. That's the best way to learn English language. And this is a wrong method. You can say that wrong way. It will stop you to learn more and more, right? This is a big blockage of your knowledge. You can say in other words. Look, in your brain, the most daily using words which you use in your daily routine life, try to use them, try to repeat them, try to memorize them. Again and again, try to speak them. And it will give your communication the boost, right? And then your talk will be very good. You can talk very well. And we are ultimately, many people just having this problem over here. They say that we are want to learn the difficult word, difficult sentences, the advanced level grammar, the advanced words, the vocabulary. Who said you so to learn all these things? That's a wrong policy, right? So being a beginner, right, in a very at a beginner level, right, you must learn the very simple words with the passage of time. Just try to learn some new words, try to use them, right? The idiomatic expression, the phrasal verb later on you must learn, but in the beginning, you must try to speak very simple, right? Simple English. Use the simple sentences, and it will put a very positive influence, positive uh, if influence in your talk. You will be a very good communicator, inshallah. Otherwise, your talk isn't good enough, especially the people who want to learn. Many people just even they tried they hard to learn the speak the with the difficult words. Then ultimately, what happened? They can't talk very well. They can't express very well. They can't learn the more things we want to learn. This is a big problem in the minds. Being a non-native speaker, we all the time say, oh, we must speak very difficult language. No, it's wrong. Try to use the simple words, easiest word, the easiest sentences, right? And try to even your daily routine life, which you have on your daily time, right? Pick up the words, try to speak them. Getting? In your, for example, if you are in any field, like if you are in office, right? And in your office, what type of language you speak with your colleagues, with your boss, with your friends, right? And that particular sentences, you must talk with your colleagues with the simple words, rather than you are using the difficult words. Not good way. That's not a good way. Hi, Mr. Saad, do you have any question? Khareus. You wanna say you wanna control the fear of speaking English language? Have a seat, please. The question is that, okay, how we can control the fear of speaking English, and it means you wanna say me when you try to speak, you get fear. You become very fearful. This is so. There's not. This is just belongs to your making mistake. Why you get fear while trying to speak English with your friends, with your colleagues, with your family, with your other persons? Why? Because you feel that you are making mistakes. You're making your mistakes make you fearful. You get afraid. You get afraid after making mistakes. But keep one thing in your mind. Don't get afraid of making mistakes in language. Because in language, mistakes give you the correction, perfection, right? Are you getting what I'm saying? If you are not making mistakes, it means you are already perfect. Is it so? Are you getting what I'm saying? If you're not making mistakes in your talk, in your conversation, it means you are perfect. And if you are making mistakes and you are getting afraid of making mistakes, this is the biggest problem. And just a suggestion for you, especially, don't get afraid of making mistakes. Only this point can control your fear, right? You fear, you become very fearful. Why? Because you feel that I am making mistakes, right? I'm making mistakes. The people will say me, "Oh, you are making mistakes. You are not. You are not speaking very good English. Your English is not good. Getting? Your English isn't good enough." The people will say you. But keep one thing in your mind. Don't get afraid of making mistakes. Just speak. Start speaking English, right? Start speaking English. Don't get afraid of making mistakes. And this afraid of making mistakes stops you to learn more. Why? Because you have the fear in your mind. Oh, I'm not speaking correct English. Is it so? So you are fearful. But don't think this thing. Don't think this thing that you are making mistake. Mistakes is the first step to learn language. This is the real way to make your language perfect. When mistakes give you the perfection, I have said you already. If you are not making mistake, it means you are very perfect. Is it so? You are not learner. You are learner. You are English learner over here. So you are learner. It means you will make mistakes. You why are you thinking about mistakes? Mistakes is a real way to learn. For example, I want to say you here, Mr. Suman is a electrical engineer, right? And in the very on the very first day, you start doing your work perfectly. When after making mistakes, with passage of time, you learn more and more. Is it so? So learning or getting away from yourself from the horror of your making mistakes, right? Just don't think about mistakes. You can control over your fear. Otherwise, there is no other instrument to keep control over your this fear. You have the big fear, I know better, but don't think about mistakes. Nobody is perfect here. Everybody can make mistake in language. right? It's not our own language. It's not our mother tongue, native language, right? Our language is Punjabi or Urdu. So if you are making mistake, don't worry, no problem. I'm delivering lecture here over here in front of you people. If I'm making mistakes, can I deliver my lecture? If I'm having this problem in my mind that I'm making mistakes in front of you, how can I talk with you? How can I deliver my lecture to you? Can I deliver my lecture? No, if I have this thing in my mind that, oh, I'm going to speak English with my students, might be I'm making mistakes, and might be my students will think about me that our teacher is not speaking very correct English. Might be the other listeners on social media will say me, oh, you're not speaking very well. If I have these things in my mind, can I talk? It means don't think about your mistakes. Deliver yourself. Try to explain the things that you want to explain in front of other persons. Don't worry, no problem. Mr. Imran, are you following what I'm saying? So making mistakes is the first step to learn. And the people all the time just thinking about these mistakes. Don't think. If you're on the stage, if someone says to you, oh, speak English, talk in English, no problem. Don't take about your tenses, active, passive, no problem. No need to keep all these things in your mind. Just try to explain yourself. Try to tell the things that you have in your mind. Try to explain others. What type of language you have, no problem at all. Just try to speak. Mr. Suman, are you getting what I'm saying? So learning only demands from your practice. Learning learning a language doesn't demand from you mistakes, errors. It's a very philosophical thing. Listen very carefully. I'm saying learning doesn't demand from you your mistakes, your correction. I'm talking about especially language, English language or any other language of the world. Learning a language only demands from you practice. What it demands? Practice. Oh, errors are the essential part of the language, learning a new language. Who says you that you will not, well, you are making mistakes, you are not, you can't learn the things very perfectly. How you can talk where you are having a lot of grammatical mistakes in your talk, you can't express yourself very well, you're not well. No, it's not good thing. Learning a language only need only needs practice. Only needs practice. The more you practice, the better you can be. The perfect practice makes a man perfect. Get it? And after mistakes, you will be a very perfect. And you will make the perfect practice, then you become a very perfect. Get it? So learning doesn't learning a language doesn't demand from you, you must be a very correct in the very preliminary stages in the beginning. You no need to be a very perfect, right? Mistakes would be, errors would be, grammatical mistakes would be, the pronunciation, the accent, no problem. Just try to speak. In the start, everything will be a incorrect, but with the passage of time, will be correct. Getting what I'm saying? So my lecture, I just want to tell you again. I just want to summarize my lecture. Okay, just try to speak very simple language, easiest word, easiest sentences, vocabulary, daily in your routine life, the words which you come across in your routine life, you must speak. You try to apply in your language. Getting? So this is a real way to learn language. I haven't any other thing, but many times in front of many classes, students, I just express this thing. I just explain these things. Learn a very simple word, right? Try to memorize the very simple words so that you can speak very well. If you're learning a very difficult word, you can't speak very well. Learn new words, simple words, easiest words, try to speak them.